It's going to be a very busy day. Brendan Paul is going to be taking the stand today, and his testimony is going to take up most of the day. Now, for those of you that tuned into the live last night, you know that I told you that there is an issue with another juror possibly having said something inappropriate. So the judge is going to be addressing that this morning. But my question is, where is KK and D-Rock? Okay, I have questions. Where is Kristina Khorram, who's a co-conspirator? Okay, she was not called by the prosecution. As far as we know, the defense isn't going to call her. So where is she? Why wasn't she brought in to testify? I just have a whole lot of questions about that. I mean, is she on the run? Where is this woman? Is she an unindicted co-conspirator? Well, of course she is, okay? But the question is, why hasn't she been brought forward to give testimony? Because in my opinion, she should be sitting right next to Diddy, okay? Isn't she, in fact, just as guilty as he is, if we're to believe the testimony that's been given thus far? She knew about the blackmail. She knew about the coercion. She knew about all the criminal activities involving the illegal substances. Let's not forget that Jane Doe said that KK's the one who gave her the illegal substances to transport, okay? So I just wonder why this woman has not been brought in to testify, okay? Now, they probably didn't want to give her immunity because she could just get up there and plead the fifth, okay? And at the end of the day, you know, some people think that just perhaps the prosecution or the defense didn't want to call her because neither one of the sides know what she's going to say, that she could ruin the case for either side. So maybe that's why she wasn't called to testify. But I think it's very interesting. Now, maybe they'll come for her later. Who knows? Maybe they'll bring her up on charges by herself. I don't know. But so far, she's been mentioned a myriad of times in this case, having to do with criminal things that have been alleged, okay? And also, like I said, she was Diddy's right-hand woman, okay? She was his chief of staff. She was the one setting up things. She was the one making arrangements. She was also, according to Rodney Jones's lawsuit, that has nothing to do with the criminal case, but she was also the one that was sending money to people, allegedly. So for her not to have been brought into the case, and the prosecution is going to rest on tomorrow. More likely than not, they will rest tomorrow. So where is KK? That's the question for me. But back to Brendan Paul. It's no surprise to anybody because you guys know, you heard it here first. I told you all he was going to flip. Once he was arrested at the Opelika airport, I told you all that he was going to start singing like a canary, okay, at the end of the day. So that should be no surprise. And this is going to be a bad day for Diddy. Okay, his testimony, I'm sure, is going to be very damaging because he knows where all the bones are buried. Okay, he knows, and he was the one that was supposedly carrying the black backpack with all of Diddy's illegal substances in it. Okay, and going to make pickups and drop-offs allegedly. So with that all been said, I'm quite sure this is going to be devastating for Diddy's case. All right, and let's not forget about the other issue with the juror. I can't wait to find out what's going on with that. What did this person say? Who is this juror that they're talking about? Is it a male or a female? Okay, what race do they belong to? Because if it's another juror who looks like me, that's also going to be devastating for Diddy's case. Now, as it pertains to juror number 6, I do still think that he should have been given a chance to come in and speak for himself, you know, and say what actually happened from his own point of view or from his words, rather than them just taking someone else's words and running with it, okay? So anyway, it looks like the defense is going to have their work cut out for them today. We'll see how it all pans out when they go against Brendan Paul in the cross-examination, okay? So, how many are on the jury? I believe there's, let me think, there's 5 or 6. I think there's 5 or 6. At this point, okay, but we don't know who this other juror is. Like I said, who they're talking about, they may possibly have to remove. And it's really interesting because we're in the 6th week, okay? So for there to be problems with jurors this far into the trial, it's going to be very interesting to see how this all pans out. And also, just so you know, I got word, now I can't substantiate this, so don't take it, you know, with anything more than a grain of salt. But I got word that possibly Kanye is going to be here again today. Okay, I didn't see him the last time he was here, but he was in the building. Like I told you guys, they put him in the overflow room by himself, in a private overflow room. So, You know, they said that he'll possibly be here today. So I'm waiting to see if that's going to happen. And again, if he is here today, now I very seriously doubt he'll be in the main courtroom, okay? So anyway, I'll be back to give you all some updates. Okay, make sure you like and share this video, subscribe to the channel. And you know, what are you guys thinking about how the case is transpiring so far? Do you guys think that they're going to get a conviction? Because I absolutely think so. As I told you, they've already proven the RICO as far as I'm concerned. Okay? By the standard of evidence that has already been presented. Says some people, FFS, some people need better things to do. Dallas says, what are you expecting from doing this? You think Diddy's going to pay you or something? First of all, why would Diddy pay me? Why would Diddy pay me when I want Diddy to go to prison where he belongs? I'm sorry, please make that make sense, okay? I'm doing this because that's what I want to do. You should be asking yourself, why are you standing here? Why are you in my chat listening to what I'm standing here saying? That's what you should be asking yourself, beloved. Don't worry about what I'm here for, because whatever I'm here for is my business, and I don't have to explain it to you. Now, I doubt very seriously that Diddy would pay anyone who has said the things about him that I have in fact said. Okay, I've been going in on Diddy since 2023. As a matter of fact, 2021. I was the first one to say that Cassie was going to expose Diddy. Okay, so you can sit down, sir or ma'am. Okay, I don't know your pronouns. If I did, I would address you by them, but I don't, so. Said, I like the way you speak. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. Okay, so anyway, moderators, please get rid of any of the trolls. Okay, anybody that feels like they don't need to be here to hear what the queen is saying, please feel free to block them. Okay? Because my thing is, if you don't like what the queen is saying, if you don't like what the queen is cooking, then why are you in the kitchen? Okay, why are you in the kitchen? Now, the thing that we have to worry about is the fact that due to the prior bad acts, as I told you a million times, listen, I got to go, you guys. Love you all. Bye.